Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can, and I continue with Deus Ex Mankind Divided Blind. Now I'm still at the Palisade Bank, trying to explore it in its entirety before leaving Prague for London. So with that being said, executive boardroom. With that being said, first let me close the blinders. I am really bad at the whole breaking in, but still. Client privacy, secure data, quality of service, secure online service, vault safety points to improve, security breach, automated defenses, vault access, device maintenance. Okay, let's hack that. Conference room.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiate. Access granted.
Meeting rooms. Be sure to erase the whiteboards when you are done. Not only is this common courtesy, but I've seen so many examples of sensitive information on display that shouldn't be. People use these rooms every day, and the clinic staff have been forbidden from erasing or discarding information that is not clearly labeled. This is your responsibility, not theirs. And just as he wrote that, there is details of their vaults and the fact that they've had a security breach here in plain view. Okay, but I feel like I should search for a security station somewhere. But I don't think there is one on this level. So I guess I'll just run to the IT services and then continue. I think I explored the CEO's office last time, so I doubt anything has changed there, but might still check.
Anomaly, yellow status.
Frick, I actually didn't want to go through. Oh, maybe I did. This is security, apparently? Monitoring center? Yeah, I'm right. So I actually very much did want to get here, I just didn't know it at the time. So, close the blinders and try to hack this.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Now, disable the robot, disable the other robot. Oh, I guess this is controlling most of them. I guess just for good measure, disable the alarm panels, although I doubt there's anyone here tonight who can actually activate them, because I haven't seen a single human guard. Papers, pocket secretary. Ivan says his pocket secretary is asking strangely. Take a look at it. He's not at his desk. Leave it in my office. That's the office of... that's the code to Daniel Janeczek's office, but I've been there already, so that doesn't really matter at this point. Okay, this goes back down, so I'll save it for later. However, I should... why didn't this control the cameras, though? You know, for something... because there's a second... I was about to say, for something called the monitoring center, I found the distinct lack of camera controls to be kind of weird. But I guess they probably are in this one.
Granted.
Yeah. Perfect. Disable the turret. Okay, perfect. Now I should be more or less free to explore this level. This is like an employee lounge. Yeah, right. Ishanti. Energy drink. No time to waste. Spotter. Tarvos. Per a security meeting this weekend, code is Clemenza. It's kind of hilarious, and I guess it is commentary. It is commentary in and of itself that, you know, they keep talking about how they have a problem with security breaches, and at the same time they keep leaving sensitive information such as a password for their security system in the employee lounge, where every freaking janitor can just look at it. Okay, boardroom, I've been here. IT services, so I guess this is all that's left to explore on this level. And I think I explored the CEO's room last time. So I don't think anything would have changed. And credits, Palisade elevator, that might be useful. Hacking software, anything particularly interesting here? Events. Okay, and this goes to... Oh, they've relocked the computers, so presumably there must be something new on them. From Masaki Yoshiro, that's the CEO. Have you confirmed the tickets and reservations? Could you have the airline hotel send confirmations to me? Contacted the car service and have them pick us up. I'll say it again, sometimes the worst thing about the job is the clients. Daniel made us change the security code to the office. If Romanik needs a biometric encoder, you can go and get it from him. Okay. So let's check if anything has changed here.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Early return. Confirmed with officials from VersaLife. They are adamant they will not change their itinerary. Perhaps any chance that you or Miss Talivar will be returning to Prague early in order to present for this surprise visit? If not, is there anything in particular you would like us to do? Preparation, reception? Absolutely no chance. We'll be back in time. Can't cancel those meetings. Further, travel in and out of Prague since the Rushichka attack is more difficult. I wanted to coordinate with Daniel, make sure our nurse security measures are online and the best Tarvos men are on duty. I think Dominic is planning a presentation about the latest cyber attack attempts and our records, so check with him to see how it's coming along. If you need any files, you can access it using the password Scheherazade. I don't know if we can convince them not to evacuate their vault, which they did, but I think we can save the account. Plans? Have the idea tomorrow. Let's go antiquing. Great little shop in Old City called the Time Machine. Apparently they carry printed books on paper. Can you believe it? Never been inside. Maybe dinner? Yeah, I really hope printed books will not go out of style anytime soon, because I myself am a very big fan of printed books as opposed to ebooks. Like, whenever I can, I want to have a paper copy to put on my shelf, and you know, so that I can actually browse it physically. So Frick, that's wrong. How do I... But I guess in the world of Deus Ex, at this point in time, paper books are no longer something that's really a thing. Early return. Okay, this I've read. Confirmed with officials from VersaLife. Okay, I've read this just from the other side, because it was literally this guy in the office out here sending an email to this guy. But I guess, I guess he was in a different place at the time. It's just the same account. So it isn't as nonsensical as it seems at first. Okay, there's a second computer here. Oh, they've also relocked that. A shiny tower. Read all of that. Rotate. No, raise, turn, turn, raise. No. Okay, this will open automatically, but I doubt anything has changed there. I'll hack this just in case, because this is the CEO's computer, so presumably he has like higher access than the others.
Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Apparently not really, because all of the things are still disabled that were disabled before. Anything has changed in here? Triangle code. It's one of those thingamajigs that they think I'm supposed to check with my phone, which again I'm not going to do. I think it's totally silly and weird. Okay, I don't think anything has changed here. I have read that, yeah, 100% safe critic rating. I have read that the last time I was here. And I guess this goes back down, but it isn't really a problem because I've explored the level anyway, so I'm actually ready to go down. Because I've been here with the executive saves, so it's time to start going all the way down. Executive saves, elevator. Now, actually, can you even go further down with the stairs? I don't think so. I think you actually do need to take the elevator, which should be there. And I do have a bunch of access cards for it, so... but it seems it doesn't go any lower, so I guess you have to do it in a different way after all. This goes presumably back up. Oh, maybe not, because but this is locked somehow. There has to be an alternate way. There usually is. Unless, maybe it needs power to function. Nope. Well, I guess I'll keep looking. Executive saves. Security. Now there is this whole part which seems immediately kind of suspicious to me. executive saves. Ah, okay, but this just goes outside to the sewers. This is actually where I entered the bank in the first place. So I guess I can disregard all of that. Unless... Well, let me see how the other levels are sort of connected on the map, because this will help me determine... Okay, so there's like a thingamajig here, and thingamajig here. Huh. So maybe this is relevant after all? But I don't think so, because I'm currently outside the bank at all. Which, you know, their security might be bad and full of holes, but I wouldn't think they would have more than 2 of those breaches where you can access the bank totally from the outside. That would be like majorly embarrassing. Executive saves A, executive saves B. Okay, this seems to go further down, so it's kind of promising. Executive saves. Okay, this isn't as promising. Now, I'm pretty sure this goes up as opposed to down, but there is still this room, which seems somehow relevant to this whole situation. Palisade. Executive saves. Take. Well, so long about. That was kind of embarrassing. Yeah, to be honest, I'm rather majorly confused. This seems to go through all of the levels, so is this... Wait, this seems to be the elevator. Ah, because I guess this is like... But wait. This is adjacent to this. So maybe there's like a second elevator, but I didn't... I sure as heck didn't see it. From here, elevator. I guess it might as well be also that. Okay, what has happened here? That this part is only available during the the actual underground vaults are only available during the actual quest with First Alive, but that would be weirdly specific for Deus Ex, because usually you have multiple ways of attaining your objectives in those games. So Level 3 offices. Now, the thingamajig is adjacent to this. It's a totally different... What? How is this possible? Ah, because there are two different elevators. So I guess I need to go back down to level whatever it is. Level this to level 2, which is the lobby. And go near this elevator and try to get into this part. Corporate vault. Need VersaLife. VersaLife keycard. Yeah. Okay, so now, yeah, judging from the position of that, I'm pretty sure it must be restricted to this quest, unless there was a way to somehow get the keycard in other ways, but at this point in time, I wouldn't know it either, so I think I have to give up, unfortunately. Alarm. Yeah, I'll check this just in case, but I think because this is vaguely connected to this, but this leads back to the sewer, so I don't, and I need the keycard for this, so I'm pretty sure this is locked. Frick, this is locked with regards to the quest that I didn't choose to follow. Which I guess leaves something to be discovered if I ever wanted to actually replay this game, but I don't think it'll come anytime soon. Not because I'm not enjoying myself, I am, and pretty greatly at that. It's just that it's really long, and I have like a bajillion of games that I have in my backlog that I haven't played at all. Yeah, I don't think... Like, this is vaguely connected, kind of, but not really. So I don't think this is going to help me in any way. There are those valves that I can't really even turn. And apart from that, I don't think there's anything else on the lower levels, because the smart vision would have shown me. Okay, is it draining my health here as well? Yes, so I need to get out rather quickly if I want to survive. Palisade Bank. Oh, it's even... it's kind of ridiculous, to be honest, that it's even written down here. I didn't notice that the last time, but I guess if they were planning to do it for a long time, they might have left their marks or something to not forget where to dig, because they wanted to dig through this wall, which I destroyed in seconds because I had my my advanced orbs. Oh wait, this is not the hall after all, this is just the door to the parking lot, isn't it? But I guess it kind of, my point kind of still stands, because this was originally closed, so this is just some kind of a generator room, and I guess they might have been planning to break this as well. But I feel like I'm done, because I have no idea where to find the VersaLife keycard, or if I can even do that at this point in game. So I feel like it's finally time to proceed with the main quest, which unfortunately requires me to requires me to go back to the other district, so I have to utilize the metro for that. Which will require another lengthy loading screen, and then presumably after that, if I want to fly to London, I will have to get back to the helipad, which is another travel through the metro tunnels. Somehow, and sometimes, I mean, I have this distinct feeling that the developers of this game might have actually hated me and my HDD. You know, if I had the SSD for this game, then it would have probably helped a lot. Okay, let's go back here. Okay, so now I need to go back to my apartment. Do I have anything else to do here? I don't... at this point I don't think so. Yeah, main mission, go to my apartment. Oh. Let's do it, I guess. Okay, I went the wrong way actually. Frick, I'm going to get...
I heard something. Come on, fighting in the streets. Terrorist attacks.
But it's kind of funny how they don't enter this this apartment complex apparently, even though they know that I live here.
Not now, okay?
Excuse me?
I can't believe I lost track of time like that.
It's okay. It's actually kind of romantic in a weird way. Trapped on the wrong side of the town, hiding from the police.
What a stupid idea it was to go to that party. I knew it was a bad idea. Nothing good ever happens when they come to this district.
Okay.
My brother is missing. I hope he's in jail. The police never arrest the real criminals. Only the innocents who don't know how to avoid getting caught.
Okay, I think it's time for my final visit to the vendor.
Biocells, painkillers, right over there.
You need them. You want Praxis, eh? Biocell, hypostim, painkillers.
I might be interested.
I sell these things.
Yeah, I got that.
Buy something.
Well, actually I can't afford Praxis. And seeing how I don't think I'll be returning to Prague past London, maybe I will, but it all seems pretty, final. Then I might buy some crafting parts or something, if he has any. Because I don't know if I'll ever even have an opportunity to visit a vendor in the first place, so might buy some other things, because I don't think I can even... regular ammo, I'll keep that. I don't think I can even get to, if I'll even have an opportunity to get another practice kit, so I might as well buy something else. Any crafting resources? Not really. Okay, so I guess I'll buy all of the biocells, all of the painkillers, and all of the hyposteams. It didn't cost me that much anyway, in the long run.
Get out of here then.
I have everything I need.
Fuck off then. Next time, maybe not fuck off.
I'm not quite sure what this guy's problem is.
Ours is the man. He'll set you up.
Still thrashed. So I gather from that she had no family that would check up on her. And this is the same.
We got it wrong, Adam. Brown's financial prospects aren't as rosy as we thought. He stands to lose trillions if the Human Restoration Act passes.
That doesn't make any sense. Millions of displaced Augs will flock to Rabia.
And the city can't support them. Brown's been selling investors a pumped-up dream. The corporate city-state where like-minded individuals govern themselves while investors reap the profits.
Kinda goes against the idea of a one-world government.
Yeah, and if it fails, so does Brown, the Santo Group, and anyone else standing in the Illuminati's way.
So they want to kill a competing dream and get rid of their augmented problem in one fell swoop. I take it Brown's been campaigning against the act?
And unlike Rucker, he's got the money and influence to stop it.
What about the orchid sample I gave you? Marchenko's smuggling more of it into London. Were you able to analyze it?
That's some pretty sick shit, man. As far as we can tell, it targets a specific protein sequence in the body and deletes it. But without that sequence, the immune system goes into overdrive, attacking and rejecting critical organs within minutes. Rucker's death must have been horrible.
It was. The way it hit him, it looked like his augmentations were being forced out of his body. Like he was experiencing a ramped-up form of rejection syndrome.
The orchid's an Aug killer? How did you survive it?
I suspect it's an everyone killer. But something in my DNA must be resistant to it. My body doesn't reject augments, Alex. I've never needed neuropozyne. Maybe that's the key.
No neuropozyne dependency? Jesus, how's life at the top, man? You gotta be what, 1 in a billion? Still, don't go testing this theory out. You might not be so lucky next time. Darknet posted pictures of Rucker's corpse. If Brown and all his elegant fancy potential investors get dosed, and Picus News broadcasts images of them, it's gonna send a message.
I'd better warn Miller. You can stay here if you want, till the curfew's lifted.
I can take care of myself. But when the task force hits London, keep me in the loop. Not sure what I can do, but good luck, Adam. And be safe.
Miller, it's Jensen. Is McCready still working on that plan for London? Because there's another variable to consider.
You can brief him yourself at TF-29's airfield. We're mobilizing.
Copy that. How do I get there?
Damn curfew's still in effect. So if you can get to Chicane's place, he'll fly you to it. Miller out.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. I need to go through the metro yet again. Now, to be honest, I have to admit, I got somewhat lost with regards to the plot of this game somewhere along the way, because I kind of don't get what's the deal currently. Like, I was under the impression that what's his name again? How did I forget it so quickly? The guy from the Santar group, Brown. That Brown was working with the Illuminati up to some point, and also I was also under the impression that he was a supporter of the Human Restoration Act, but I guess the circumstances have changed for him specifically and for his business venture. But what I still don't understand is what exactly do the Illuminati have to gain from attacking him? Like, presumably at this point, seeing how... But, he is currently against the Human Restoration Act, but the attack is going to be carried out...
Oh God, I hope they don't catch us. It'll be straight to Golem City if they do.
My heart is pounding. Did you see the cages they were putting people into?
No questions asked either. I saw one man getting kicked and beaten because he was trying to show them his identification.
The police are using this martial law business as an excuse to treat us like animals.
Animals don't deserve this kind of treatment any more than we do.
They are out of
Horrible
control.
night to be stuck outside.
I can't believe they're actually putting us into cages. 1 minute past curfew, and basic human rights go right out the window.
But the attack is still going to be carried out by augmented people, you know, the followers of Marchenko. So I would imagine the effect is still going to be strengthening of the supporters of the Human Restoration Act, which I assumed was the Illuminati plan to begin with. Okay, this might be a handy shortcut, because obviously it plays right down to their thingamajig, to their plan of control over the augmented, and generally control overall. You know, it's a lot of forced relocations and things like that. So it's generally beneficial to the Illuminati and their schemes of control over the population. But now I feel like I'm kind of a little lost regarding Brown's concrete involvement in that, his level of knowledge and his ultimate goal and his agenda and its relation to the agenda of the Illuminati themselves, which I do feel kind of bad about. Like, I feel like I've, I don't know, dozed off and missed some crucial details at one point or the other, which isn't totally out of the question, I guess, because because what? Because I'm overall pretty tired recently, but still, it is a little bit... Wow, why is my game lagging so much? Overall, it is still pretty embarrassing, I would say, and I feel bad about it. Like, usually I try to be rather observant and try to draw my own conclusions about things, but here I feel like I must have missed something, or overlooked something, or forgot something. That is also a possibility. Okay, now I need to get to the... I mean, not to the task force itself, but rather to Chicane's landing pad, which I believe is close enough nearby. Anyway, like, it's straight forward, I believe.
Check it out.
Somewhere near the Libouche... no, it's the workshop, right. Which, again, for some reason, the cops seem to be weirdly hesitant to enter.
Miller's not here yet?
He's already left for the main hangars with McCready's team. We're supposed to rendezvous with them there. You ready to go?
Yeah. I don't have any side missions, so...
Yeah, let's go.
Unbelievable. You told him it's a credible threat. I understand that. There are hundreds of lives at risk.
I hope you're wrong about this, Jensen.
So do I.
Fine. Have your men pull back until I can talk to him myself. Miller out. Change in plans. Mac, you and your team will rendezvous with our London division. Secure the perimeter until I tell you to come back in. Jensen, you and I are on the roof.
Is there a problem?
Wrap it up, gentlemen. Approaching the target building now.
Get your coat. You're gonna need it. I don't have to tell you what's happening. You know the drill. There are people down there. Radical, augmented people who've been sidelined by this world and who think the only way to stop the oppression is by tearing down everything in their way. Their grievances may be just. Maybe they should be heard, but never on these terms. The world may be going to shit, but we're here to stand against the chaos. Every one of the guests down there are counting on us to keep them safe. Let's make sure we do.
Director Miller, I'm Nathaniel Brown. Thank you for agreeing to handle this discreetly.
We didn't exactly have a choice. You threatened to invoke the Corporate Sovereignty Act.
I gave your London division a full day to sweep for explosives. They found nothing.
It's not just bombs we're concerned with.
I've also replaced all the food and beverage, brought in extra guards from Tarvis Security Services, and ordered the men to work with your team when it arrives. Trust me, I'm taking this threat very seriously.
Then why not cancel the event?
This isn't the first time extremists have threatened to tear down the Safe Harbor Initiative. Pro-AUG supporters think we're profiting from their misery, promoting more failures like Gollum City. While anti-AUG racists can't stand the thought of any augmented person living in peace. Canceling this event will only embolden all of them.
To be honest, I feel like he's being foolish about it, because I do understand this whole notion of, oh, we can't give up because then the terrorists will win, but this isn't, like, this isn't some abstract threat. This is a very credible, actual threat. Like, we've discovered actual plans, and we know who is planning it. So, for me, it is a bit of a no-brainer that the event should be maybe not cancelled entirely, but postponed until we can catch Marchenko, who's the mastermind. Well, he's not really, I don't believe, but according to us, at least, our current knowledge, he's the mastermind behind the attack, and we know that. We saw the exact, well, not the exact, but the rough plans that he has. So I feel like going on with the event, with all that, is is simply rather foolish. To be honest, I kind of believe that, but I think I'm going to stay reasonable with it. Now, this might actually work because framing arc does not currently help Brown's case, I guess, because if he wants the Restoration Act not to pass because the city is not ready, then obviously if ARC is framed, then the hatred for Augs is going to go on the rise, and that will support the Restoration Act. Plus, it's the most civil of the responses.
The men planning to attack here tonight are no ordinary extremists. They murdered Talus Rucker, and they want to frame the Augmented Rights Coalition if their attack tonight succeeds.
Is this true? How do you know it?
How doesn't matter. We're here because of a credible threat against you and your Safe Harbor Convention.
These men are out to stop you. They know you've been campaigning against the Human Restoration Act. They need it to pass. They don't care how many lives they destroy, as long as that happens. But we do.
It's Agent Jensen, isn't it? David Seraph told me about you. You might not believe this, Agent, but I'm also trying to save lives tonight. The lives of your people. Several members of the UN Security Council are on my guest list tonight. I plan to convince them just how wrong the act really is. Talus Rucker couldn't stop it from passing. But I can.
Where are you meeting then?
In a secure conference room off the reception hall. Men from your London division have already cleared it.
Doesn't matter. I want to see this room myself, and I want Agent Jensen here to coordinate with Tavos Security, while the rest of my team re-examines the building. Discreetly, of course.
The head of our Tarvis division is Liam Slater. He's waiting for your man to join him in the Central Security Office.
Go see him, Agent, and keep McCready and me in the loop. Mr. Brown, if you'll show me that conference room.
Now, I actually remember this now. I saw those three towers with those twisted shapes in the Diwali in Radicius Nikoladz's office, and I didn't know what it was, but I guess it was the plan of this thing, presumably because the Diwali were helping Marchenko to plan the attack, or they were somehow involved, so they had the plan of the grounds to help with that. Now let me take a look at that roof. Wait, oh, it's another 8-story building. So exploring that is probably going to take a while. Well, first I guess I can check the roof. Nothing in particular here. Although there is like a storage closet or something. I'll check it just in case, you know, somebody planted a bomb in it or something. Which wouldn't be the first, actually. There has been a very cool quest in Fallout New Vegas that had you... Frick, this is not going to work. I don't think. Although maybe...
Access granted.
A very cool quest in Fallout New Vegas that had you thwart an assassination attempt, and there were like at least 4 or 5 different ways in which it could go off, so you had to inspect every bit and piece of the land so that you could catch all the threats before they were acted upon. This should be breakable by all accounts, but I guess I needed to move this because Jensen could not take the proper swing with that box in the way. Okay, let's check this. Pathfinder, another crafting parts. Tranquilizer. Okay, there should be a breaker here, presumably, but I don't really care. Like, I mostly care because if anyone else wanders in here, then they're going to kill themselves, and I'm going to feel bad about it. So I think I'm going to shut this down. Okay, so I think that's everything I can check on this upper level here. I guess it's time. Oh, there's still this, I guess.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Okay, this is not going to work. Oh, maybe?
Access granted.
I guess it kinda did. Okay, this looks like a potentially important place. You know, the other room, but it isn't even shown on my map, so I don't think I can access it. At least, you know, not currently. So what's my actual objective? To talk with the leader of the security, right? Yeah. What orgs would I like for that final stretch? Presumably at this point, something that would help me with... Okay, this might be useful, kind of. You know what? I'll buy the upgrade that lets me knock people while I'm stealth, and I'm seriously considering just upping my health. This actually ups my regeneration. This ups my health as it is. Because at this point, I'm very much feeling like this is the final stretch of the game. So, you know, things like, I don't know, most of those I probably won't even have the chance to use, whereas the health upgrade, like for example inventory, hardly matters at this point, whereas the health upgrade, you know, is a straight up direct help in confrontation. Conference CSO. Okay, so I don't even have the
Alex, I'm at the Apex Center. Brown's got members of the Security Council here tonight. Members sympathetic to AUG rights.
You understand they must be protected at all costs.
Janus? Were you eavesdropping on me?
Forgive me, but the situation did seem to merit it.
Right. Well, if I need your advice tonight, I'll ask.
The Illuminati already tried once to control human evolution. Having failed, it appears that some of them now are pushing for complete eradication of your kind. We need to stop them. Brown and the people he's meeting with tonight may be the only ones who can.
Adam, Janus is right.
We'll see.
Okay. Now, I have a feeling that they might attack at any moment, so I'm kind of afraid to venture forth because I don't want to pause in the middle of something.
I can assure you, sir, We're on top of everything.
Yeah, I somehow doubt that.
Nothing will happen on our watch.
You can trust us, sir. We will make sure nothing unexpected happens here tonight.
You know what, let me read the newspaper here, and I think I'll end with... Because I assumed it was new. And I'll end with that. LA braces for augmented games. Will increase police presence when the augmented game championship kicks off mid-February. People love sports, augmented athletes notwithstanding. Barring any natural disasters, my plan will keep everyone safe. Okay, China under fire from scientists. Is criticizing the Chinese government's decision to opt out of Global Climate Summit. China is now the 6th country to forego the representation at the summit in order to attend the Safe Harbor Initiative. Keynote speaker and trailblazer in geoengineering stated, the Human Restoration Act will affect such a small portion of the global population, but what's happening to Earth right now impacts us all. Following the eruption of caldera in 2016, radical measures to prevent climate change in Bolivia, the increase in earthquakes, the extinction of honeybees. Wow, that is also kind of already on its way. So I guess it already happened in the timeline of Deus Ex, but it's a huge concern nowadays in the real world. You know, honeybees dying out, decrease of biodiversity, devastation brought by raising water levels. If only representatives would show up at the summit. Now, I feel like the whole org debate is a lot easier to like sensationalize and a lot more watchable as a media product because it's very emotional. It deals with very like shocking things, whereas climate change, it requires because pretty much everyone has an opinion on orgs. It would appear in this world, whereas climate change requires a degree of actual understanding and science to even know what it's about and to like formulate your opinion on it. So I believe that might be why many corporations and many people are more interested in this, just because it's a lot more marketable as a media event as opposed to that other one. But I think I'm going to pause here because I feel like Marchenko might attack at any moment. So with that said, I'm going to end it here and continue in the next one. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.